And the priestess spoke again and said, "Speak to us of reason and passion." And he answered, saying, "Your soul is oftentimes a battlefield, upon which your reason and your judgment wage war against your passion and your appetite. Would that I could be the peacemaker in your soul, that I might turn the discord and the rivalry of your elements into oneness and melody. But how shall I, unless you yourselves be also the peacemakers, nay, the lovers of all your elements? Your reason and your passion are the rudder and the sails of your seafaring soul. If either your sails or your rudder be broken, you can but toss and drift, or else be held at a standstill in mid-seas. For reason, ruling alone, is a force confining, and passion, unattended, is a flame that burns to its own destruction. Therefore, let your soul exalt your reason to the height of passion, that it may sing, and let it direct your passion with reason, that your passion may live through its own daily resurrection, and like the phoenix, rise above its own ashes. I would have you consider your judgment and your appetite even as you would two loved guests in your house. Surely you would not honor one guest above the other. For he who is mindful of one loses the love and the faith of both. Among the hills, when you sit in the cool shade of the white poplars, sharing the peace and serenity of distant fields and meadows, then let your heart say in silence, God rests in reason. And when the storms come and the mighty wind shakes the forest, and thunder and lightning proclaim the majesty of the sky, then let your heart say in awe, God moves in passion. And since you are a breath in God's sphere, and a leaf in God's forest, you too should rest in reason and move in passion. And a woman spoke, saying, Tell us of pain. And he said, Your pain is the breaking of the shell that encloses your understanding. Even as the stone of the fruit must break, that its heart may stand in the sun, so must you know pain. And could you keep your heart in wonder at the daily miracles of your life, your pain would not seem less wondrous than your joy, and you would accept the seasons of your heart even as you have always accepted the seasons that pass over your fields, and you would watch with serenity through the winters of your grief. Much of your pain is self-chosen. It is the bitter potion by which the physician within you heals your sick self. Therefore, trust the physician and drink his remedy in silence and tranquility, for his hand, though heavy and hard, is guided by the tender hand of the unseen. And the cup he brings, though it burn your lips, has been fashioned of the clay which the potter has moistened with his own sacred tears. And a man said, Speak to us of self-knowledge. And he answered, saying, Your hearts know in silence the secrets of the days and the nights, but your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. You would know in words that which you have always known in thought. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dreams, and it is well you should. The hidden well, spring of your soul, must needs rise and run murmuring to the sea, and the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure, and seek not the depths of your knowledge with staff or sounding line. For self is a sea, boundless and measureless. Say not, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found a truth. Say not, I have found the path of the soul. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. For the soul walks upon all paths. The soul walks not upon a line, neither does it grow like a reed. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus. of countless petals,
of countless petals.
of countless petals. Wake up. Wake up. Okay. I'm awake, I think. Check your posture. Your back hurts for a reason. Don't think about it. Chin up, shoulders back. Don't think about that. Deep breath. Money. Don't think about that either. I need groceries. This is overdue. What if I can't invoice and send it ASAP? This is overdue. I'm gonna look like an idiot. Been away from myself again. For a while now. I think it started when I stayed in places that I knew I shouldn't stay. I think it started when I ignored the signs and my intuition. I get stuck sometimes. I feel like I've been on pause. There was a wave of evolution. I felt that. I felt myself rise, grow, evolve. And that's where you have to step further out of your comfort zone in order to step into the next level. But I think I was afraid. And I had to backtrack a bit. I realized that there were things that still needed attention back there in the previous chapters. A couple more proofreads, a couple more edits. And when you know, you know. And I know now. I've been through a few books, lifetimes. This time I feel like I'm in the same book, but I'm on to the next chapter. For this lifetime. I don't know if that makes any sense, but there'll be a few more chapters to complete, then the book will be done, the lifetime, and then I'll be on to the next. All in this living time. But we're so many people. We go through so many lives in one life. So many revolutions and evolutions. And in the end, I guess, they all become one. Now is the time where ego is strong and ego is fighting to be heard. And not just from me, I feel it from the collective. It's like a pimple, and the head is finally rising and ready to be popped. This angry zit, and it's almost time for us to pop it. It'll be messy, disgusting, and then it'll heal. And maybe it'll leave a scar, and it'll need some time for that to fade away. But it's necessary. It's been brewing for a long, long time now. And we're ready to clear out that infection. The only thing that's ever made sense to me is nature. I don't understand what people do, why they do it. Half the time I don't understand why I do what I do. But nature makes sense. Nature does what it does and it makes sense. And when I'm sat in nature's energy, under trees, smelling a rose, listening to the breeze and the birds, things make sense. My mind turns off and my heart turns on, and I just feel. Less think, more feel. Those words from before, they were from a book called The Prophet. My mom gave it to me on my 21st birthday. She said she was given a copy when she was around the same age, and that she would turn to it when she needed guidance. It sat by my bed for a long, long time. And then one day, my friend took me to get a massive tattoo for my birthday. It was a late gift, but it was for my 21st birthday, and it had Roman numerals, and it said, "As I am." there were multiple meanings. There was a locket and a needle and thread and the numbers and music notes. It's covered up now by all the flowers. If you've seen, you know what I mean. But the Roman numerals were messed up, and they didn't translate to what I wanted them to translate to. This tattoo was done at some guy's house, lying on his couch, drinking vodka. I was something else. I was someone else. It was lifetimes ago. But luckily no infections, but the tattoo was not great, and that's why it's covered up now. And the Roman numerals were incorrect. I'm getting to the point. It's going to loop back around to the book. So I'm looking in the mirror, and my heart is just stopped, and I'm like getting cold, and I'm just like, what have I done? I have this huge mistake on my body. So I went to Google, and I was like, let me just look up this IXX, which I guess could be 19, but there was not supposed to be a 19 in my tattoo. But usually I think 19 would be XIX. Anyways, I look up IXX, and what I find, because I'm like, maybe this happened for a reason. Maybe there's a message in this. Like, maybe I can find something to connect it to. I had to find something. So I find Friendship, IXX by Khalil Gibran, and I'm like, that name is so familiar. And then I see a picture of the book, and I'm like, wait, is that? And I run to my room, and there's the book by my bed. So I open it up, and I find his piece on friendship. And I devour that. And then I move back to the start, and every single piece it felt like guidance. It felt like reminders from my highest self. It was familiar from start to finish. This is friendship. And a youth said, "Speak to us of friendship." And he answered, saying, "Your friend is your needs answered. He is your field which you sow with love and reap with thanksgiving. And he is your board and your fireside. For you come to him with your hunger, and you seek him for peace. When your friend speaks his mind, you fear not the nay in your own mind, nor do you withhold the I. And when he is silent, your heart ceases not to listen to his heart. For without words, in friendship, all thoughts, all desires, all expectations are born and shared with joy that is unacclaimed. When you part from your friend, you grieve not, for that which you love most in him may be clearer in his absence, as the mountain to the climber is clearer from the plain. And let there be no purpose in friendship save the deepening of the spirit, for love that seeks aught but the disclosure of its own mystery is not love, but a nest cast forth, and only the unprofitable is caught. And let your best be for your friend. If he must know the ebb of your tide, let him know its flood also. For what is your friend that you should seek him with hours to kill? Seek him with hours to live. For it is his to fill your need, but not your emptiness. And in the sweetness of friendship, let there be laughter and sharing of pleasures. For in the dew of little things, the heart finds its morning and is refreshed. I'll leave it at that for now, my friends. I love you very much. I'll see you when I see you.